it's recording, I think. Hey, so Joe's here. I'm back with another review. Some of you may have actually seen the unboxing that I did a couple of days ago. And so I thought I'd put together a quick review for this. I did an RGA. It was like an exclusive Guitar Center model back in January, I believe, January, late December. And it got a lot of hits, a lot of good reviews, and so I eventually sold that. It wasn't exactly what I wanted, and I think this was what I wanted. And so taking a couple of months, selling some stuff, putting some stuff back, hoarding a little bit of cash till I could get this. So this is an Ibanez Prestige. You can see the headstock. 652 AHM in Nebula Green Burst. It's got the original edge trim, right, with a pop-in bar, one volume, one tone, 5-way switch. I believe this is a tone zone. That is an Air Norton. It is an ash body. Very pretty. Binding all around the neck, and obviously the headstock. And a bird's eye maple fretboard. I don't know if you guys can see, let the camera focus, at all the knots in that fretboard. I'm sorry guys, but that's just freaking gorgeous, in my opinion. I also think the grains are really good. I buy a lot of stuff from a couple of different online resellers for many years. I'll give them a kudos of a lot of stuff from Sweetwater. I got this and another bass I picked up this summer from Zounds. Those guys have been really great. They ship really quick, just like Sweetwater's. No tax or anything, which when you're buying a guitar, any money you can save is always a good thing, right? So I bought this, as I mentioned on the other video for the other one. I was looking for something that was more rock oriented, that I felt like I could. I play in a praise band right now. I'm not playing any metal bands or hard rock bands. Maybe soon if something opens up, but that's what I'm doing right now. And so I wanted something that still felt more rockish in a sense, but that could get more of the tones I'm looking for. I really looked at some of the ones that had the mahogany body, watched many videos on YouTube with headphones on and everything like that, and it seemed like with these pickups, the mahogany body just was almost too not mellow, not muddy. It was just, didn't have the sound I was looking for. The guitar I play the most is a 2017 Les Paul Standard HP. I play that almost always, and so it's got the wider neck, and so the Super Wizard neck, which this has on it, is much wider than a lot of the others as well. That was a draw. I had a couple of Prestiges, or had a Prestige and a Premium Gem. Wish I hadn't sold the Gem, but I did, and sold the RG 550Z, and I've missed them both. I do like that neck. For some people, they may like small neck. I don't have like Steve Vai hands. My hands are small, but you know, George Lynch can reach halfway down the fretboard. But sometimes different necks, they just hit the creases in your finger differently. Yeah, obviously, right, you roll your finger to the side. Yeah, I'm not stupid. I'm playing for a while, but some necks feel right, some don't. I watched a video the other day over the Genesis series, and the lady, was a comparison between the original one. I think Thomann in Germany did it, and she didn't like the new one. It had the Super Wizard neck. She's more of a Gem player. She likes a little bit smaller neck. Gem necks are a little bit different than the Super Wizards. So enough digressing. Again, this is the Super Wizard neck. It is a 5-piece neck. It's 3 pieces of maple with 2 pieces of walnut running in between it. Solid ash body. I think the top is just the same as the back. go-to locking tuners. But so what I thought I would do is just run through, some sounds and kind of show what I think so far. Again, I've had this about 4 days. And as previously noted, I usually go through my Blackstar HT40. I also have have a Boss Katana I use almost every week. But I have this little Blackstar ID Core Beam. I may have mentioned it before in a video. It sounds much different, in my opinion, than the normal ID Core series. It's much warmer. It's ported. It can be used as a Bluetooth portable speaker. I think it just sounds better. So I'm going to use that today. We'll see how this turns out. If not, I'll redo the video. This is position 1. So this is just full humbucker on this. I believe these are these 2 inner coils. Both humbuckers. This is this humbucker in parallel. And then finally the neck humbucker. And I don't have any effects on this whatsoever. Now, and I was talking about what I was going to use this for in some ways. This parallel setting right here, if you've got to use it almost as a clean acoustic on certain things. Go to the full neck. If we roll off the volume a little bit, it cleans up really nicely. This pickup is hot. I'm sure it's ceramic, I haven't looked it up, but it cleans up really nicely. I kind of think of this in some ways. I have a deluxe Ash Telly that I play fairly often as well. The sound is much, with these pickups, much different than what I've seen on the mahogany ones. Alright, so I'm going to switch this to the overdrive voice 1. Put the gain a little bit more than half. Let's go back to the... So obviously it does, it's got a lot of gain, right? I'll play the same thing, we'll see how it sounds. Let me just kind of pick it out. So obviously, I probably won't play in all of those positions on with distortion, but again, this position 4, it's definitely a lot less distorted on that, right? But if you go, you know, the full. If we go to the bridge, just what you would hope, just what you expect. Let's turn up the volume just a little bit. Right? Something like that. It's been a while, but definitely on the bridge pickup. Right? Was it Kiss and Death? So you can get all the pick squeals you want out of this. And again, the distortion is probably on the gain 6.5, so the pickups are pretty hot. I usually, if I'm playing, I want this sound on the Burst Bucker Pros. In the Les Paul, I've got to get the gain up closer to 8 to really get that type of sound. So, but those pickups are, I mean, they're not supposed to be super hot, right? They're supposed to be like the ones from 1959. But you definitely get the chunk though. Ah, that's not how it went. Didn't it go like this? Right, it's the single notes, right? It's been a while since I played some of these. Said I've been playing a much different type of music. This is bringing back a lot of memories, and it simply plays amazing. So this is already pretty long, but I want to talk about a few more things. So the Super Wizard neck. Some people will say it's just too wide, it's just too fat. So if you like the Les Paul, I really like my Les Paul with the HP. It's just a tad wider neck. But on the standard version, it's also got an asymmetrical neck profile in the back. So it's wider at the top and thinner at the bottom. I would say when I'm holding both of them, the carve, in other words, how thick the neck is up here at the treble side, is very similar to that Les Paul standard. Now, it's definitely thicker on the top. Super Wizard neck does feel a little wider, but not that much wider. So it's not like, if you're like, well, I've never played a Prestige that has this Super Wizard neck that's so wide and so flat, I don't know how to work. If you can, go play it first. But I would say, I think this is around a 16-inch radius. The Les Paul is a compound, so it's 16 here at the bottom. I believe it's 10 or 12 at the top. Probably 12. Don't call me. Somebody can comment if that's the case. This is, I think, 16 the whole way, or whatever the millimeter spec close to that is. It's a very comfortable neck. For a while, I mean, sometimes the rounded necks for longer periods of time, some people say they're easier to play, easier on the hands. If you're playing a lot of chords, that's the case. But so many things, no matter what you're playing now, are some type of a arpeggio that you're picking out. And in that case, these Super Wizard necks are actually quite nice. The maple, it's a very satin, a very, very light finish. Hardly any finish at all on the fretboard. I know I failed to mention this. These are super jumbo frets or jumbo frets. The fretwork on this guitar and just the quality is amazing. I mean, it's just literally not a flaw in it. Look at that again, right? It is simply gorgeous, and I know not everyone has that many knots on the fretboard, but for the price, this is made in Japan. For the price of this, it's not cheap, but compared to, it's cheaper than a Tele Deluxe, or they're Elites now, right? It's cheaper than a Strat or Tele Elite, cheaper than many of the Les Pauls, definitely cheaper than a Paul Reed Smith Core model, probably half the price or less than half of a Paul Reed Smith Core model. And the reason I'm mentioning all of those is because quality-wise, this is made right at the Fujian plant. I think that's how you say it. Man, this is, there's not a flaw on it. And when, you pick up certain guitars, you're like, that just feels like quality. This is quality through and through. So, if you're looking for a guitar that you're a secret metalhead, that you like to sit at home and play Iron Maiden, you like to sit around and play Dokken and whatever else when you've got your own time, but that's not what you get to do all the time. You want something that looks nice, right? This could definitely be the guitar for that. The other thing is, if you are getting to play in a harder rock band, this is definitely the guitar for that too. I mean, right out of the box, take it out of the case. It does come with a hard shell case. Right out of the case, you're good to go. Some people may want a little bit hotter pickups than this Tone Zone and Aaron Norton. Put Duncan Distortions in it. Put EMG. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'd put EMGs in anything, but it's just not my gig. The deactivators, those are pretty hot. The Nazgul from Seymour Duncan are pretty awesome. There's some new other pickups that DiMarzio is coming out with that are pretty great as well. So I like these DiMarzio pickups for what I'm doing. They'll definitely they do what you want them to do, and or what I need them to do at least. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If there's any comments, questions, put them in the comments below. Someday when I make the neat little intro. I don't have time for that yet. Doing too many other things. But I do try to get time to do something like this once in a while. I'm going to try to do that bass talked about in the other video pretty soon. Again, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.